Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibration Spirituality, and I am here with your new moon in Scorpio collective update. So, happy Samhain, happy, I was about to say happy Thanksgiving, happy Day of the Dead to the people that are celebrating that today and for the next few days. Um, I was like, clearly I got food on the mind, but, this particular read, I don't have any like set specific channel messages. I usually do it like I write it out, but today I was like, let's just take a very Scorpio energy to it. Let me feel, let me like give you guys some educative information just based off of my knowledge. And once again, I apologize for the lighting. We're about to hit like daylight savings here in New Jersey in the United States, so the sun is literally setting at like 5 o'clock now. And we're about to turn the clocks back an hour, I think, tomorrow night. So, yeah, yeah, or Sunday night. I don't know which night it is. I'll get my extra hour in, but once again, did not channel messages through for this. I wanted to just kind of touch on more of an educative thing and the intense emotions that comes with Scorpio. So let's talk about this. For those of you that have been watching, all of you guys know that I believe that Scorpio is the true beginning of the zodiac, being that I practice witchcraft and I practice Wiccan things. I will say that their calendar, our calendar new year, is this weekend. So it is fully about releasing, really going through that deep initiative, like, or like, how do I say that? The deep changes that we need to make. And this is very key with this new moon happening now today. And so with Samhain, with Halloween, with the Day of the Dead, we honor the dead. We honor the spirits that have passed. We honor the fact that there is more to this earthly realm or these realms than what we can see beyond the eye. Now, Scorpio is obviously ruled by the constellation or the constellation symbol of the scorpion. It is feminine, classified as feminine, even though I believe it is masculine and feminine because the body part it rules is the genitals. And it is the next quote unquote water sign after Cancer. And so the first thing that we learn about emotions that you guys have heard me talk about is through Cancer energy. You understand that emotions and comes from the feminine parts of us, whether it is a masculine figure or a feminine figure, whether it was your father that was more feminine or your mother that was more masculine, or you two had two feminine energies that raised you, or two masculine energies. But usually it just comes from, sorry, the Dyson is blowing the air, and that's like making my nose itch, and it's hit my hair's hitting me. But so yes, you get what I'm saying with that. So now we move into Scorpio, and these are our emotions. This is not anybody else's emotions. It is our emotions, and it is how our emotions affect us from the outer reality in which we live in. Because I personally believe too that once that first half of the zodiac from Aries to Virgo is all about the self and who we are, we're focused more on a, I wouldn't say a selfish energy, but we're more focused on us, ourselves, who we are, where we came from, how we learned to speak, and all those kinds of fun things, right? Now, so now with Libra, all the way to the opposite end of Pisces in the zodiac, we are now in a space where we're learning about the external reality. So Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio, it kind of starts that, right? So it just depends on what you believe in. Obviously, like I said, with Samhain, right? This is the beginning our new year. This is where we go out and party. This is where we release, let go, allow the new things to come in. And this is key with this Scorpio new moon. This is intense feelings, the shadow energies that we're seeing. It's about death, dying, rebirth. And we see this with, and I think what Spirit wants me to elaborate on the most with this is the emotional setbacks and the emotional things that we feel. So the key thing with Scorpio, right, it can show us the darker sides of people. So you're seeing the shadow energies of people that you normally don't see. So for example, I am a Virgo rising Capricorn. I am not a Capricorn big three in anything. I have a Capricorn, I think, Neptune and Uranus. I think that's where that is in my chart. But I do have some Capricorn energy in there. But I have a Cancer sun and a Sagittarius moon. And so this is transiting, depending on where it is in your house for the new moon, it is transiting my second house. So this is all about Taurus energy, food, money, material things, value and self-worth, what makes that up. And the biggest thing I'm going to say to you is I'm in my shadow energy in Scorpio. I'm seeing where I am jealous of other people, that where I need to take action to create that. I'm also being over analytical in my mind. I'm talking too much. I'm thinking and speaking too much. I'm also being very maybe needy in some ways. I'm being attached emotionally to other people. And I'm also with the Sagittarius shadow side. I am pretty much being hyper independent. I am being really blunt with people. I'm being very mean and very nasty, especially because it's my moon sign. So you'll definitely see more with your emotion. I would look at your moon sign and see where is it that you are exalting these energies and showing this, and you're probably seeing it with other people. Like, look at other people around you. Now mind this is these energies are showing you what needs to make change. So with that being said, I'm sitting here feeling all of these emotions about and changes of seeing these other people's shadow energies, at least for me, of people being maybe a little too selfish, maybe being a little too, I don't know, recluse back, not talking enough, not sharing with me enough. I'm dealing with the fact that, like, how do I explain this? Like, I'm dealing with these energies, realizing I don't like the way that these people make me feel. I don't like the way that I'm getting angry. I don't like the way that I feel like I'm fighting for things. I don't like the way that I feel like I have to, once again, like in that Sagittarian energy, teach people over and over and over again how to treat me. And that's where I'm seeing, like, I deserve better. That second house, self-worth. I'm realizing I need more money. I need to make these changes, and seeing everything in my life intensively, especially in that area. But you're also going to see what needs to change. I'm realizing that everything for me needs to change, especially with this Capricorn energy and Pluto in the last analytical degree in Capricorn right now. So it's a lot of heavy energy, but it's not about resisting it. And the thing is, I've realized and learned that I've been resisting it for years. And being that my North Node and South Node in Taurus, North Node in Scorpio, so it's really tying in with the North Node of where I need to be, where I'm moving, what I'm releasing. And so get deep into these energies. And the key thing that Spirit wants us to remind us is do not lash out on other people and being mean to these people, because you're seeing it. And I work retail, so I've been seeing this for weeks. Like, it's just has been. And we have a Mercury retrograde coming up in Sagittarius, so you're seeing people being very blunt. They're being very aggressive with their words. There's a Mars retrograde coming up in the end of November and beginning of December. I just haven't had the date yet because I haven't gotten that far. But as you can see, it's a lot of fire energy. There's going to be a lot of squares. There's going to be a lot of deep, intense feelings right now all throughout the winter. So my advice to you is to, once again, Scorpio is all about death, dying, rebirth. What is dying? We have Pluto coming in, the god of the underworld, Hades from Greek mythology. Like, it's all about this deep transformation within you and allowing that deep transformation to happen. And when you start to release things, you're also seeing, he's saying, because Scorpio is also ruled by Mars in some way, Mars and Pluto, you're going to see these changes in your body physically. So I know for me, when I start to release a lot of things and I do an emotional healing, I notice I go to the bathroom a lot. Like, my body will physically release all of it through waste. My body will also begin to, my nose runs a lot more. Like, it gets rid of the toxins or the things that need to change. And the key thing too, Spirit is saying, drink a lot of water. So I want you guys to sit in this, like, Scorpio energy and really feel, because this is where we care. This is where we feel our own things. This is where we don't worry about other people and what they're thinking and how things kind of go, and we do care about other people with Scorpio energy at the same time. But when it's in its shadow side, it can be very manipulative, very jealous, very nasty, very mean, very inconsiderate, very spiteful. And so we need to see where these emotions are causing us to be, so that way we can make the correct change while we move into the next area of life in Sagittarian, and like for Sagittarius coming up. So it's very key here to feel it as deep as you can get, and it's going to feel deep within the soul. This is where it starts, because with the Cancer energy, but then with Scorpio, it's all about what we can't see beneath this, like what we can't see on the surface above. It's about beneath the surface, within ourselves, the deep aspects of our soul. And that's where it's like eating me alive. Like, and I'm telling you, and I'm sitting here being like, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, this needs to change. And it has to do with a lot of me worrying about change, because I don't like change at times. Like with Taurus and that node, it's tough, but it needs to happen. I'm being honest. Like, I'm realizing, like, this is bad. Like, I can't do this because I'm lashing out at other people. This doesn't fit for me anymore. This isn't working in the way that it used to. I need to let go, and this might be triggering for somebody, but this needs to be kept in mind, okay? So last thing, let's get some advice, because I definitely feel like we need it. Spirit saying, the advice for us right now with the Moonchild tarot from Danielle and Noel is the Wheel of Fortune. We need to allow our blessings to come in, and for some of us, this is why a mass cleaning out is happening. This is why you're seeing some things fall apart, and they're saying that we need to essentially step into this new paradigm, but we need, Spirit is saying, like, they felt sorry that this read might have been a little bit more negative than maybe it should have been, but we need to step into the positives and see what the good change is, and step into that and move in and flow with the cycles, but allowing abundance and allowing ourselves to accept and receive that positivity and that good change, and stepping into that higher vibration of love to accept those changes, those gifts, and those things as it is happening for us, not to us. So there's things they're saying to me that we want, that we need to see and have change for, in order to get that to be in alignment, if that makes sense. Best practical action for us to take, because also they're telling me to talk about how Scorpio is a creative energy. It's a void. It starts from nothing. You need to create for a child. You need to create for a baby. You need masculine genitals and female genitals to fully create a baby properly. And so, like, or at least the egg and the sperm to do it, right? It doesn't matter what way it comes out, right? But that's all about what we want and what changes and manifesting. And so this is a really great time to manifest. And so here we are with the Page of Wands reversed. The best practical action for us to take is do not get stuck in anger. But for those of us who have not taken action yet on the passions, we need to. You need to do this. And this is key. So if you're like getting too angry and being too overactive and not in your passionate energy, step into it. If you are too overactive, dial it back, but we need to find this balance, okay? And not letting other people who are not in our mature phases, maturity, like alignment, overrule us like a childlike energy. It's like, don't let a child tell you how to live your life when they haven't even stepped a single foot in your shoes and knowing how to pay bills and deal with things. Like, they have great advice, and don't get me wrong, treat them with respect, but that's what that analogy is. I also forgot to touch on this. I have about like a minute left, so I'm going to talk quickly. You will be seeing changes that you're probably feeling already, and normally is changes in your finances, changes into other people's finances, changes within them, changes into the taboo, your spirituality, where you're seeing that you need to have this new beginning. Also seeing changes in just deep emotion, things that really just need to die, let go, where you need to be thrown into the fire to transform. And this is also about like other people's debts, like I said, and money. So this is changes in your financial situation, changes in the institutions around us that go with money. So you're probably seeing changes with banks. You may be changing banks. You may be realizing you have too much debt. You may be realizing that you are accruing a lot of debt and you need to change that. So anything that has to do with creating the creation of new ideas, birthing completely new things, letting things end to start over new again. This is really key and something that needs to transform, and things that just need to be let go of so you can like move on and like spirit set into that positivity. Okay, so this is essentially what's happening, and changes to who you are, what you need to do, and how you can do it, and what needs to be let go so you can thrive in happiness, okay? Till next time, namaste.